Week 28, 28 weeks talking about what you can do as a restaurant owner to be on the offense versus the defense, which I stole from the owner of the restaurant that I'm going to show some stuff about today on President's Day. So I appreciate you joining, whether you're recorded or live. Make sure you comment wherever you see this, whether it's on the online membership site, whether it's in the private Facebook group. But I wanted to talk about a topic today. President's Day. You got presidents that are on the different bills. So why not talk about that revenue for your restaurant? Because I believe that it's a tactic that is sorely missed from the restaurant space. You know, my background since 1999, been in marketing, been doing different types of marketing ever since then. But the one thing I've been doing pretty consistently since 2008 is helping small businesses, a lot of restaurants, and especially hundreds of restaurants in 2015, but helping them understand how to spend a dollar and see an outcome. Now, there are some things in marketing that you're not going to see a direct outcome, like me doing this webinar over and over and over, me doing 15 to 20 podcasts a week. I don't always see a direct correlation in revenue, but I'm smart enough to know that if I put myself in front of enough people with the message that I want to put out there, it's going to, at some point, impact somebody and they will do business with me. Your restaurant should be the exact same thing. You know, you're going to have, I think about a third of your marketing is going to be untrackable, un-ROIable, if that's not a word. So I say it's even a word, but you're going to have the ability to know that it's there and know that it's supportive. Because if you can't come to the conclusion in marketing that visibility is what you need, then you've already lost. Now, a third of that's untrackable. Like I said, a middle third is kind of trackable. There's some avenues we can talk about there, but then the final third should be 100% trackable. You should have things in place like I'm going to show you today that cannot be denied of the effect. And the reason I'm covering this today is because of a video that I had on my timeline memories from 3 years ago. And it's comical. I've been talking about this stuff since 2015, 16 to restaurants all over the country. And it's still not happening. So I'm going to share my screen. And this is a video. This is me talking in front of a giant donut at the Texas Restaurant Association show. This video, as you can see, was posted February 20th, 2020. I don't remember when this show was. I think this show was sometime in July or August of 2019, but we posted it when this all got edited. I think it was a while for get it from the TRA, but this is the video. And I went through this morning and watched it because I am my biggest fan. And I say that not to stroke my own ego. I say that because I like to watch my content to maybe get some clarity on things that I'm forgetting about. Because I've been talking about the same stuff from a digital marketing perspective since 2008. I've been talking about the exact same stuff with regards to restaurants since 2010-ish. And what you see on this video, I've been talking about since 2015. This is 4 years after that, and then 3 years after this. And the video talked about understanding the output of certain parts of your marketing. And I showed a campaign from 2015 that we made that got $18,000 in revenue in one day for a restaurant, for 3 restaurants. And I talked about the importance of understanding that you spent money and what happened. Otherwise, you're just throwing money against the wall. You're renting an audience. So I want to walk through a basic element of this today and talk about the opportunity that exists. Now, first, I want to go to the Facebook group and make sure that my screen is being shared. Yep, there it is. Cool. So there's double Matt, triple Matt. So let's go back to here. So there's the video, and I will share this in the group. And if you're not on the group, by the way, if you go to Facebook and you go to, well, it's not showing me what the name of the group is. America's Best Restaurants - Owners and Operators Only. Go there, check it out, join the group. It's for restaurant operators. And it's where we're hoping to build a community long-term that gives back to each other and gives advice, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. So I just want to start with a very basic element. And where this started with me was 2015. Nick Ellison, one of our clients back then, said, Matt, you can't deposit likes, because we were getting all sorts of stats for his restaurant. Facebook likes, comments, shares, video views, tens of thousands. We had one Facebook video that had 30,000 views in like 1 week. It was all about the new beer coming out, and it was getting massive engagement. He's like, well, that's cool. I don't know how it benefits the restaurant. I'm like, well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that the more people that see this stuff consistent is going to drive sales. But okay, fair enough. Because they were also, at the time, I was directing their radio and TV marketing and their direct mail. And we were spending 250 to 300 grand a year per location on all sorts of stuff. And a lot of it was not trackable. A lot of it, you have no clue what the hell's happening. So I said, hey, let's put together a social media campaign and an email campaign, and let's bring people in on a specific day for a specific offer. The only place they would get it was there. And we'll have an understanding of if that drove an action. Well, it was $50 an ad. So 3 locations, $150 total, a Facebook post that had an ad behind it, and an email campaign. And it did 18 grand. So that launched us to helping people understand the opportunity exists. So I'm just going to walk you through some basics here, because I want you to see what's out there, because this video is from 3.5 years ago. Because if this was July, I think this was July, because it was hot as crap in Texas. I believe this was July of 2019. Nobody was doing it then. Nobody is doing it since. And it's lunacy, because it's out there. And this is just one basic marketing tactic to show massive proof. So let's start from the beginning. This is a post made on Bullfrog's Bar and Grill's Facebook post. You can see that Tom Mosier on my team made it on December 2nd. Pretty clear headline: free burger or sandwich for you. What is your favorite thing to order at Bullfrog's Bar and Grill? Never been? Don't worry. Just let us know that you'd love to stop by. We'll send you a buy one, get one free burger or sandwich through Facebook Messenger. You'll be enrolled in our VIP program club, and you'll be the first to get the best monthly promos. Let us know below for your offer. 381 people liked it. 386 commented. 63 people shared it. And you can see lots of great stuff. Never been myself, but I've heard nothing but good things, and I have been meaning to stop in. And you can see response. Their food is really good. Now, here's something I want to do. I'm going to do this real fast. I'm going to go on a little tangent here. I'm going to go in to look at his database, and I'm going to see if that customer had joined the program, if that customer came in. Zach Bakeman. So I go here. I go to ManyChat. We use a product called ManyChat. Let's go. Come on, internet, catch up. I want to go to Bullfrogs. This would be cool to see. Now, granted, this is the off season for this restaurant, so there's a pretty good chance this person hasn't come yet. Zach Bakeman, 2 months ago, subscribed. So he's got his opt-in. He's got his opt-in start. He's gotten his offers. Let's see if he's used anything yet. Use this offer, use this offer, use this offer. He has not used an offer yet, but he says he's a brand new customer. So that's the cool part, is I can see that Zach commented on the Facebook post that was made. He was either targeted via the ad, or he was targeted organically because of the virality of this post. Because when you comment on a Facebook post, your friends see it. And I would be willing to bet that if I went to Melanie, she's probably friends with Zach if I went to her profile. And so that's one element there. So the other aspect here that is important to understand is the fact that we also targeted people that look just like the people that engage. So we're using this as a couple of different aspects here. So this is basic, nothing crazy, but nobody's doing it. And what's cool about this is when I go to the ads for this client, and this is since that launched, and these are the 3 ads that have run the most. They've reached 23,397 people. They've had 119,000 impressions, so about 5 per person. And there's probably some people that are a little higher, some people lower. It's had 253 people comment from the ads. Now, Grant, look at this. Here's a good number. So 106 plus 80. So 186. This is that post I just showed you. This is a messenger ad up top. That's why you see messaging connections. So we have 106 plus 80. So 186 of these 386 people. Well, that's funny. So exactly 200 of these comments were organic. So 200 of those cost them zero. Nothing. Zip. Zilch. 186 of those cost them about $180, 177. So for $1 a pop, they got people to comment, give us their information. And then they got 300, or was it 200? 200 organically. And then if I look at the second ad, there's another ad running. This is called a send message ad. So this one isn't asking for a comment, but it got 67. It's asking for people to connect via Messenger. And you can see we've spent $800 and gotten 1,020 people at 78 cents a pop to do that. Now, I'm going to go to the basic elements here and walk you through this. So if you were to go here and look, you can see that paid, there's 2,600 engagements. Total, there's 3,800 engagements. There's been 1,200 engagements that were organic. And the concept of today's webinar is to talk about Benjamins. Today's President's Day. How do you get more Benjamins for your restaurant? How do you analyze a marketing campaign and understand that something happened? Because right now, Matt Plapp has just showed you a Facebook post with a bunch of people that engaged and some ads that ran to get a bunch of people to engage. And so based on this data, we have so far gotten 3,800 people to engage on the Facebook and Instagram ads, and it's built a database of 1,600 people. Now you can see we've got 1,100 birthdays there, 1,400 phone numbers, 1,300 emails. There's some of these people that are still in the pipeline, but we've still got a pretty solid pull through. The first thing we ask people is, how often do you come to the restaurant? What is your phone number? What's your email? What's your birthday? You can see on here that 42.68% of the people said they haven't been in a restaurant in a while. 19, like that guy Zach, said they've never been. 38% said frequent. Now, here's the cool part. We have a digital promotion. So those people are getting, yes, a free burger, a free sandwich. Oh my God, Matt, I got to give something away. I can't do that. Food costs. I don't discount. I've heard it all. You are giving something to get something. You give 614 people a free item to get 1,600 people's information. And those 1,600 people's information led to $31,000 in sales on the front end. We are literally 2 months. When was that posted? 2 months in? December 2nd. So let's see, it's February 20th right now. So December 2nd to January 2nd, January 2nd to February 2nd, and then 18 days. We are, let's call that 3 weeks. We are 11 weeks in, and we've gotten 1,600 people's information. We've driven 614 visits, and we've driven $31,000 in sales. The total cost to do all of that is $979. So let me make some notes here. So I haven't done the math on this. So $979 and 1 cent was spent so far to date on the ad traffic to gain 31,000. So it gained 151,000 impressions is the first line of defense. The second line is it got 3,864 people. The next line is it got 1,643 people to give us their information. The next line is it drove 614 and people walk in the restaurant. And the next line is it drove $31,994 in sales. Now, when you break this down a little more in depth, you can look and see that 19% and 42% weren't coming. So only 38% of these people were coming. So if I want to analyze an ROI on this, because I think it's important that you all understand this stuff. So if I look at this, I'm going to come back to this part. I'm going to come back to the ROI on this. I'm going to go one more thing here. I'm going to go to sales. Let's just look and get an idea. Yesterday, Sunday, February 19th, $12.73 was spent on Facebook and Instagram ads. 11 people gave their information. 7 people who are inside that funnel, meaning those 1,600 people are in a funnel going down a path. We're reminding them via email, via text, via Facebook, via Instagram. The restaurants can call them. There's a lot of different ways these people get reminded, but they're in a funnel. So that $12 not only generated 11 people, but the sales from the people in that funnel were $303 yesterday. The last 7 days, $91 to get 71 people, 50 people, $2,500 in sales. The month to date, the last 20 days, $277, 239 people's information, 164 visits, $8,100. And ladies and gentlemen, 30 days, $406 spent, 383, 237 visits, $12,000 in sales. So if you want more data, let's look and see how quickly these people were activated. So right now we are, as we just discussed, we're over 11 weeks in. So we have 60 days of data. So let's look back to December. In December, you can look up here and see on my screen. I'll make this a little bigger for you. You can look up here and see that in December, 907 people gave their information through this program. And people, I'm showing you this because I'm frustrated that restaurants still do not understand how to acquire data through digital marketing, because this is a simple Facebook post and ad. Now, granted, I say simple. We do have some science behind it because we know what the hell we're doing. We've done it tens of thousands of times. But 907 people in December said, hey, raise their hand. Want that? Here's my info. This 30% over here represents the batch, meaning of these 907 people, 30.98% have already walked into the restaurant and spent money. Think about that. If I go back to December alone, let's go back to the December ads. Let's just go to December to the 1st to December 31st. There was $471 spent in December to gain 907 people's information. And now you get less in future months because you don't have that organic. The organic gets a bump on the front end. We see early adopters, the frequent customers, typically come hardcore early. But you can see that the first month that this program was live, $471 got 907 people's information, drove 31% of them. Now, here's the cool part. So I go down here because we analyze the shit out of this stuff. Because if you're not analyzing what you're spending money on, it's like people that you're losing your mind. But it's like people that have cars that worry about gas mileage. I'm not. My car gets like 4 to 8, depending on how I drive it. I'm not worried about gas mileage. That's just me. I'm worried about enjoying life because tomorrow's not promised. But if you're worried about gas mileage, you're probably analyzing the weight of your car. You're analyzing your tire wear. You're analyzing the inflation of your tires, the type of gas. I've actually seen people that go as far as understanding the coasting on certain hills. That's cool. If that's your jam, that's your jam. I dig it. If you're not analyzing your marketing, why? Why make a Facebook post that you don't know what the hell happens? Why run a Facebook ad if you don't know what the hell happens? Why run a radio ad, a TV ad, an Instagram post, an email, a text? Why are you doing any of that shit if you do not know what the effect is? Here's the effect of this one. Because those 907 people got put into an email, text, and social media nurture. They are now being targeted in their devices based on their usage. And look at this. 27, almost 28% of the people from December walked in the first 3 days of engaging in that ad campaign. So that is 27 of that 30. So 30%. So let's just take that. So I got 907 people times 0.31. That's 281 people from December that have already walked in, which is phenomenal. Direct mail brags about 2 to 5. So 31% of the people took action. So now of those 281, 27% of them walked in, that's 80 people. 80 people walked in within 3 days. Now we know that the majority, over half those people are lost or new. And then you keep going, you'll see like the numbers get weird down here because there's, the program's only been live for 20 days in February. So of course the majority have come in quick, but look at that. 97 of the, what is there? There's 239 in February. So 239 have joined in February. 15% have already walked in. So 239 times 0.15 is 35 times 0.97. So, I mean, 34 people walked in already right off the bat. Pretty damn good. But if you look at this again, you got 10%, you got 17. And here's what's cool about this. This is what I love about data. The reason this goes from 10% to 17 is that on the 14th day, there is a reminder. And you can see it goes 14 to 17. So it goes, or 17 to 14 goes down. On the 31st day and the 45th day, there is a reminder. That's why it goes to 24. But here's the cool part is don't give up on people. Because you can see, let's imagine, like when I first built this actual program in 2015, it was 0 to 45 days. After 45 days, see you later. And I was like, oh, that's stupid. That's stupid. We got people that who cares when they come in, right? Like who cares if they come in 3 years later? Because look at this, that's 15 people. And his average check's $15 times $50. That's $750. Is that right? 50, I think I hit it wrong. That's $750 in sales that happened because we didn't give up on people and we have automation built into our marketing. These 15 visits only happened because we have marketing automation built in to remind people. Like one of them actually says at 90 days, like, hey, click below to opt out and you don't want your free cheeseburger. So click below to get rid of it. And they go, no, I want it. There's a little button that says, no, I want it. I promise, please. Something like that. It's pretty funny. So I'm going to go into here and look at some more stuff. So if I look at spends, like look at this, December, $9,500, January, 14,000, February, already 8,100. That means February with 8 days left, he'll get up above, 10 to 12 grand. And we know that looking at this dashboard, it's 62% not happening. So if you want to analyze this and say, okay, yeah, you gave away free food. So $614 times he gave away something. Now I know his promotions, he's about, let's just call it a $10. Let's just say he gave away $10. So 614 times $10. It's high because he's got desserts and stuff. Let's just call that $6,100 in food promos he gave away. Okay. That's very high. It's probably closer to 3. Let's just entertain. So if I take that, because that's what he gave away free, because some restaurants say, oh, I gave away something free. I'm scared shitless of that. It's discounting. It's this, that. It's actually not. If you do it correctly and people understand the push and pull that I'm giving you my data, you're giving me a burger, even trade. Can't wait. So if I take this and go 31,900 and I take off the $6,000, 31,000. I don't know why I got to do math on this, but it's pretty simple. Minus 6,000 is 25,900. So I took off what he gave away for free. Now I'm going to take off the food cost of the check. So that's 0.7. Now I'm at 18,130. And I'm going to take off the ad spend because we discovered his ad spend was $979. So $979. I'm not going to take off our company's cost because we do a lot more for him. This is literally a fraction of what we do for restaurants. So we got $17,151 in net sales after food costs. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take off 40% because those are the frequent customers. That's revenue that was already coming. And I understand that that's probably revenue he was going to get a good portion of that. So I take times 0.6. So now I'm down to $10,290. So that $10,290, if you're keeping up, I went from $31,900 in total sales. I subtracted out $6,100 because taking the $10 average on the free promo. I took off the ad spend. I took off 30% food costs. and I took off the 40% frequent customers. So that means he's got $10,290 in net incremental profit from a Facebook post that was strategically built with marketing automation built to gather data, with marketing automation built to use the data to drive people in. And in that case, 60% that weren't coming to start a relationship. My friends, you need to stop ignoring the internet. You need to stop ignoring this phone. Making a Facebook post isn't enough. Making an Instagram post isn't enough. Making an email that goes out to your database isn't enough. Sending a text message isn't enough. A radio commercial, direct mail, you name it. It's not enough. You have to build strategies. Because if I wanted to go back to Brett in this case and say, hey, Brett, let's double your ad budget. I mean, if you're getting right now $10,000 net profit on a $979 spend, 11 to 1, that means every time. I don't know how many is here. Let's see what's here. Here we go. I actually got a $10 bill in my wallet. So check this out. This is the facts. So basically, every time Brett, picture of my daughter when she was little. Forgot that was in there. It means there's probably one of Cole in there too. Cole, are you in there? Yep. Wonder how long ago those are. So every time Brett hands us $1, and we're giving it to Facebook. So we're taking his dollar in Facebook. We hand him back 10. Think about it. Where's my 10 at? 1. Why am I going? Here we go. I don't know. I mean, seems logical to me, but it makes me wonder why more restaurants aren't taking what I just talked about and leveraging their marketing correctly and analyzing their marketing at that level and understanding what's happening. It's 2023. The internet's not new. Social media is not new. Email, text, marketing automation's not new. Messenger marketing with mini chat's not new. I showed you the video of me at the TRA show, July of 2019, talking about the same stuff. Yet all the time, restaurants talk about marketing doesn't work. Our sales are down. It's because you've not taken the right steps. You've not dug in enough. You've not went on the offense. You went on the defense. My friends, it's there for the taking. Those streets are lined with gold. Please take advantage. If you're listening to this on audio, once it's out there on the Spotify, iTunes world, please go to abru.online/free. Let me make sure that's still the accurate URL. abru.online/free. And that's going to take you, yes, to a place where you can get access to the ABR University for free. And it's got trainings, including this, which is underneath the Recession Restaurant Series webinar. This will be uploaded this afternoon. If you're watching this live on Facebook, if you're watching the live or recording of this, I appreciate your support. I appreciate all you do for your customers, all the smiles you give. But I would love to help you do it better. Of course, we're in business like you. So if you're interested in having a conversation with somebody from my team, shoot me a text, 859-743-2408. We are a team now of 57, I think last week was 57th person started. So around 57 people. We work exclusively with independent restaurants. We work nationwide. We help restaurants take their marketing to a new level. This is just one tactic. When you take tactics like this and you stack them and stack them and stack them and stack them and stack them, and you have 10, 15 things running in 2 years, it's game over. You dominate the competition. And then you have strategies that you can scale and replicate with new locations. That's the name of the game. It's not to help you pay your bills. It's to help you find the promised land, to help you find your dream outcome. That's all I got today. Martin, I saw your comment. I appreciate your kind words, my man. Let me know if I can help in any way. I am out. See you later.